Hello, everybody. It's your girl Shaymarie back for another video. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I've been enjoying myself, putting together a lot of content for you guys. So I'm not going to hold you much longer. I know my last video I told you that we were going to talk about why everyone needs a home-based business, right? So that's what we're going to talk about. Today I'm going to be sharing a video with you. It's about maybe 25 minutes long, so I hope you got a few minutes to just listen to this. Take the time and listen. So I discovered this video. It was from about 3 weeks ago by a woman named Lynn Richardson. Her name is Dr. Lynn Richardson. She's a celebrity financial coach. And I'm just going to read something, a little bit about her very quickly. Named by Urban Influence magazine as one of the 20 hottest influencers in America, Dr. Lynn Richardson is an author, entertainment executive, and celebrity financial coach who uses her quick wit and humorous presentation style to help others face their money issues and achieve personal, professional, and spiritual harmony. With more than 2 decades of leading roles in the banking and real estate sales industries, Lynn's vision is best portrayed in her books, most notably Living Check to Monday. So this is her book, Check to Monday. And you can get a copy of this book on her website, you guys, at lynnrichardson.com. It's a very great book. I highly recommend you take a read this book and put her information to good use. She is also the author of The Symphony, which is a guide to creating and balancing multiple streams of income, which we're definitely going to be discussing in the near future. So this is the book called The Symphony, which you can also get on her website, you guys. To continue reading, The Real Deal About Money. She also is the author of Credit and Financial Security, which achieved bestseller status at the Congressional Black Caucus Conference Book Pavilion. Lynn is featured regularly on the Steve TV show. As you can see here, I'm quite sure you've seen her on the Steve Harvey show numerous of times. The Hallmark Channel's Home and Family show, BET Network, has appeared in Essence, Jet Upscale, and on Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell, and in countless media outlets nationwide. So I'm quite sure you guys heard of her. She has served as Chief of Operations for Russell Simmons and Dr. Benjamin Chavez Hip Hop Summit Action Network, and is currently the president and CEO of MC Light's Hip Hop Sister Foundation. And she is the president and COO of MC Light's Sunny Girl Entertainment and celebrity management firm, where she oversees empowerment programs that impact the globe. So you guys, that's a little bit about her. You can definitely go check out more about her on her website at lynnrichardson.com. I just wanted to say that when I watched this video, I hadn't heard anyone else break down why having a home-based business is important. I haven't heard anyone break it down the way she did since my econ days and with my mentor John Pettiford L. He could really break it down and make it understandable in the most simplest way. And so that's why I wanted to share this video with you, because I know that she can do a far better job than I can. And so I'm going to present this video to you, and then I'll be back to discuss more about the video. So I hope you guys like it. Stay tuned, and I'll see you guys when we come back.
Situation that was going on in the world, and even if this situation wasn't going on in the world, this is something you've been preaching for years and years and years, right? So you can talk pandemic, you can talk pre-pandemic, just overall in general. Why? I mean, because you are passionate about this, right? This is something that you've been harping to people for a long time. So let's just start there. Where's the passion coming from when you give this message that we must have a home-based business? Whether we have a 9-to-5 or not, we must have a home-based business. Where's that coming from?
Wow. Well, first of all, it is. Thank you. I am having the best time of my life. And the good thing about that is I'm doing what I always envisioned, and that was to help other people be free. The bad part about that I'm having so much fun, is that my whole entire team has put restrictions on me. Because I guess I'm working too hard. I'm almost about to pass out. And I'm like, why can't I work? I literally got on the phone. They had my pastor mentor. My pastors weren't Campbell, but the man who ordained me, Elder Robert Pierce, he called me and got on the phone and basically told me to rest. And I started crying because I wanted to work. Like, I started crying. So if that tells you like how much I love helping people to see the truth. I mean, I was crying because I couldn't work like a 2-year-old. So the passion comes from literally me failing at everything. As it relates to money. I was born and raised in Chicago. My grandmother was 75 years old, cleaning homes for wealthy people, putting me through college. We grew up in the projects. I knew we weren't rich, but I didn't feel poor. If I needed money for anything, she'd tell me to go look in the room on top of the shelf, behind the book, inside my pocketbook, inside the zipper, wrapped up in a piece of paper towel, is $20. So when I went off to college, I didn't know anything about money. She told me to go to school, get a good education, get a good job, go to church on Sunday, wear clean underwear in case you get hit by a bus. But I did not know anything about money. So when I got off to college, I had a bunch of credit cards, couldn't pay anybody. And I had a bad experience with money. I left college, my credit was jacked up, and I really thought my life was doomed. I did not know what to do differently. And I also did not think I needed to change anything. Mm-hmm. That is an aha moment right here in this moment. There are a lot of people who don't know what to do differently and don't think they need to change. That's a recipe for disaster. And that's where I was. Things weren't working the way I thought they should, but I didn't think I needed to change. And so I continued on that path of not dealing with the truth. So fast forward, I'm married, I have 3 children, big old house in the suburbs. Now I'm making all the money. So that's why I'm thinking that what I was doing was right. But then what happens? I'm living check to Monday. See, check to check is a blessing. That means you get paid on Friday. By the next payday, you're broke. But check to Monday is a whole nother story. You get paid on Friday, you kick it on the weekend, you pay on your past 2 bills. And by Monday, you're broke. And I'm educated with a degree in math and economics and finance. Come on. The combination don't get any deeper than that. I should have known how to learn how to manage money, but I was an educated fool. So the passion comes from making these mistakes. So because I made all those mistakes, I was making $80,000, $90,000 a year, still broke. No matter how much money I made, I always found a way to be broke. So this is very critical for everybody who's out there. You know you need to do something differently, but you don't think you need to change. The change comes from within. So I am passionate about this because I am a living witness. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And so, of course, spending less money. I tell everybody to live by the 10, 10, 30, 50. The first 10% you tithe, the next 10% you save, 30% is cash in your pocket to keep you from having a spending addiction. A spending addiction is what you have when you go to the store for toothpaste and walk out with $179.47 worth of stuff you don't need. 50% stays in your checking account for your bills. If you have more than enough, That's not a license to go spend. See, in our culture, we come from a history of not having. And our culture has told us that we need to look like we got it. Let me tell you something. Rich people stay rich because they act poor, and poor people stay poor because they act rich. And poor people stay poor acting rich in front of other poor people, which is crazy as all get out. So the goal there, if you have more than enough money, is to eliminate your debt, because there's a middleman between you and your wealth, and it's called interest. If you don't have enough money, you must subtract. So it starts there. Subtract what? Subtract that car, subtract that house, subtract those clothes, subtract that kid in school, whatever. It doesn't mean that they don't go to school. It means you line them up with the philosophy at the Richardson household. I told my kids, listen, school is free. If you get A's, you go to school for free. If you get C's, you go into the free school. Either way, it's going to be free for me. So we have to disconnect ourselves from the things that we think give us value. So the first step is to spend less money. The next step is to get more money, multiple streams of income. But the third thing is to get your money back. And I have to go through those three pieces because it is a system, and the three of them work together. And it wasn't until I learned how to get my money back that my whole entire life transformed. So everybody has to have a home-based business. Everybody has to have a home-based business, because the more money you make, the more the IRS will take. It's no wonder why people are struggling when they go from making $20,000, then they make $40,000, then they get married and have a few kids, and maybe your household income is now $80,000. And it seems like the more money the average household makes, the more debt that they are in, or the more financial struggle they have. Because with more money now comes along the things that come with more money. Okay, so now we have a bigger family. Now we're going to buy a home. Now we're going to put our kids in this activity, that activity. So what's happening is the money is increasing like this, okay? It's going up, going up. But the IRS is coming and taking it down. So you take 5 steps forward and you take 10 steps back. You take 20 steps forward, you take 30 steps back. And the only way to change the game is to get your money back. Why? So what do I mean by get your money back? I literally mean this. If you went to the grocery store and you bought $300 worth of groceries and you ate all your groceries, had a good time. My husband's cooking breakfast right now. I'm having breakfast in the middle of the day. I'm so hungry. Imagine you ate all your good food and then the grocery store manager called you back in 2 weeks and said, come back and get your money. You'd say, what? Let me tell you, we'd stop, drop, and roll right now off of this Skype. Everybody would go get their money. Well, that's what the government says when you have a business. So the government says if you have a business, that cell phone that you were using, now you can get your money back. These things are causing people to be broke. How much is an iPhone nowadays?
A car payment. A monthly bill is a car payment. Yep.
It's like a college education right here in this phone. Mm-hmm. So the IRS says, but if you use it for business, I'll give you your money back. The IRS says if you have a home-based business, when you drive that car, I'll give you your money back. The IRS says if you have a business, when you go on a trip, a business trip, I will give you your money back. The IRS says that 475 times. Just think about that. 475 times. Now, the average person only has about 12 to 15 things that we are consistently spending our money on. That consistently. But the IRS says 475 times. If you do this, I will get you your money back. And it only happens when you have a home-based business. So people try to wonder why the wealthy rich pay less taxes. Let me tell you the difference between rich and wealthy rich. Rich was Antoine Walker, the NBA player who had a $112 million contract. You hear that. I remember being young and watching the NBA draft or hearing the news and like, wow, these people are getting this kind of money. We think they're rich. But Antoine Walker was bankrupt 2 years out of the NBA. His whole career was about 5 to 7 years. Bankrupt with $112 million? That's because he owed taxes of $55 million, right? Then he owed management and agency fees for about $30 million. So with the money that he had left, he had already overspent, couldn't pay the bill by the time it was due, but not Warren Buffett, not Mitt Romney, not Jeff Bezos, not the average business owner that you see walking down the street. And let me tell you something. They don't care about how they look. Sometimes the clothes don't even match. They got on penny loafers and a pair of Levi's and a little white shirt, but they got wealth. So how do we get that? because I think that there's a disconnect. People think that somebody like me, you think I'm somebody? I mean, I am somebody in God's eyesight, but I'm no different than you. Yeah. I'm no different than anybody who is watching this. I was born in the projects. My grandmother had an 8th grade education. Nobody came and picked me up and said, okay, we're going to drop you into wealthy land. No. So if you understand the rules of the game and then play the game by the rules, then you too can achieve and acquire the kind of financial independence that you're looking for. So here's what starts to happen. I'm like, oh, okay, so the IRS says if I do this, I get my money back. So now I start paying attention. Oh, wait a minute. The IRS says, let me tell you something. Everything I do is business. IRS said I can get my money back 475 times. Let me tell you, I think I have to know 473 of them. I have to, because everything I do is business. I have 3 children. Ask them. They don't get birthday presents, Christmas presents, graduation, no presents. Why? Because I can't get that money back. But if I pay them a salary, if I hire my kids to work in my home-based business, okay, because the government loves business. It operates on 2 systems. I'll tell you about that in a moment. But if I hire my kids to work in my business, to do social media, to help me at events, to help with filing, to do bookkeeping, to tidy things up around the home because I have a home office. There are many things that kids can do in a business. And a lot of times your kids are smarter than these people out here that you're trying to go hire. I know so many brilliant, talented, anointed, and gifted entrepreneurs and business owners who are sitting at home struggling like octopuses. Is that a word? Octopi? Is it? I don't even know how you say it. The octopus plural. It has to be octopi. I just made up a word. Like octopi with 12 arms trying to do everything, and your kids sitting there on social media. Yeah, see, we have to get into dynasty building. So the IRS says the IRS loves businesses so much, and the SBA, who is really big news right now, talk about them too, thought it was so important that they wrote a whole article on it. 5 reasons to hire your kids. One of which that there are no federal labor laws when your kids work in your home-based business. They can do data entry. They can do it at 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There's no limit on the number of hours they work or on the time of the day. Do you think that those laws were an accident?
No.
Mm-hmm. They were not an accident. Everything is intentional. Mm-hmm. So the IRS says I can hire those kids, pay them a salary. Now they, with the money that they make, they can go buy their own presents. They can go buy their own gifts.
Christmas every day.
They can pay for their own tuition. Yeah. They can buy their own diapers. They can pay for their own shoes. They can pay for their own stuff. So now I get the money back because I understand the money game. So that's what we have to learn. So the IRS says when you have a home-based business and you run your business like a business. So the first reason why this is a game changer, and I'm so passionate about it, because we can tell people, listen, one day you have to retire. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, listen, one day you might need an emergency, so save. Oh, okay, yeah. But start telling people you can get your money back. Oh, see, then everybody's at attention. Everybody's at, what? Wait, you said I get my money back? I came to full attention because we don't have a lack of financial literacy or a lack of financial independence because we don't know. Everybody knows you should save some money. Everybody knows we shouldn't spend more than we have. But what happens is emotions and feelings of having to have value get in the way of those decisions. And we kind of block that out. And then we look up and we're not where we want to be. But tell somebody you can get your money back. See, that changes the game. But see, then now you have to follow the rules. You have to follow the rules. So the IRS says if you work in your home-based business and run it like a business with the intent to make a profit. So you have to understand the rules because naysayers, haters, blockers, and crab barrel leg pullers will try to tell you, well, no, they're lying. Listen to what I'm saying and then go back it up with the IRS. Everything that I learned about taxes in a home-based business, I learned from Sandy Botkin, who used to be an IRS attorney. He used to train the IRS agents on how to go out and get people in audits. So it doesn't get any bigger than that. For the past 12 years, I've been following him and learning from him. But more than that, all he does is teach self-employed business owners how to get their money back. So now you can get your money back. Now everybody's at attention. So when you get your money back, you can't just do it how you want to do it. Guess what? You actually have to learn the rules of the game. Mm-hmm. You got to learn the rules of the game, which means now you have to get a financial education. You can't get around it because you can't just get your money back. Look at what has just happened with the pandemic. This thing that has never been presented before. What happened? They put people in two categories. Employees over here, you can apply for unemployment. You can get $600 a week, and you can get your economic stimulus for $1,000 at the most, $2,000 somewhere around there. Those employees. But businesses, submit your application to the EIDL. We're giving away $10,000 grants. $10,000. I applied, got mine. All right. Then they said the Paycheck Protection Program. Tell us what you did in revenue for the whole year. We're going to do a calculation. We're going to give you one. I got that too. And guess what? I didn't apply as Lynn Richardson, the president of Sunny Girl Entertainment, a huge firm, a multi-million-dollar firm in California. I did not apply I applied as Lynn Richardson, sole proprietor, so I could prove that it works. So when you have a home-based business, you get in I was in the same category as all those big companies that got the money and had to give it back, right? So if you are a DJ, if you do hair, if you do nails, if you have a home school, if you are a consultant, if you are a coach, if you are an Uber driver, if you are a multi-level marketing company, if you are anybody who earns cash or gets a 1099, now we're all in this category. Why? Because businesses are the engine of the economy. And a car without an engine cannot drive. I don't care how. I don't care what you do to it. And a country without a business cannot thrive. So everybody has to have a home-based business. Now, first, you get your money back. That should be enough. But here's the next step. One stream of income is hazardous to your wealth. Yeah. Go on out there on the rules from 40 years ago if you want to. And on the rules that said, graduate from high school, get a good job, and retire in 30 years. Try it if you want to. Doesn't work. And it doesn't work for anybody anymore. We used to think that there was a category of jobs that were safe. There are no safe jobs anymore. Not even the teachers. And that's a crime. Teachers should be at the top of the list of everything. Mm-hmm. So teachers are going on strike. If you work for the government, they've been furloughed. People who thought that they were safe from any kind of job elimination, people who thought that they were safe are also facing the same issues. So true. Now, I need to take us back to history. We have had multiple streams of income since the beginning of time. Since the beginning of time. Since the beginning of time. The virtuous woman of Proverbs had 9 jobs. She was a seamstress. She planted a vineyard. She planted that out of her profit. I think she was a real estate investor because she sold something and she purchased something and earned a profit. And out of her profit, she planted a vineyard. She was a trader. She went to the merchant ships. We've been having multiple streams of income since the beginning. Yeah. Something happened along the way. We thought we got a little too smart. We got real technologically savvy. You know, we got the telephone. They no longer had outhouses. Now we got indoor plumbing. So we thought that elevated us to a state where we could get one profession, do one job. Look at the greats. I came into the industry. The very first place I worked in entertainment was for Russell Simmons. Look how many companies he sold for $100 million. Look at Bill Gates. Look at Oprah. Look at the people who are thriving. So what I'm saying is that's what the average person can do. One stream of income is hazardous to your wealth. Everybody needs a home-based business. Now, you can write off your car when you drive it for business. You can write off your house, rooms in your house when you have a home office. You can write off travel and entertainment. Let me tell you something. No entertainment. Let me take that back. No entertainment. They took that out of the rules. So everybody, when people tell me they're going on vacation, I laugh. You going on a what? First of all, you ain't on vacation. The vacation is on you. Because 9 times out of 10, when people go on vacation, they spending their bill money. Y'all know you can go and laugh at that. The vacation is on you. You are not on a vacation. It's on you. and you just spent your rent money or whatever else, and you done went on vacation. Now you come home, and now you're trying to figure out how you're going to pay the bills. Yeah. Same thing with Christmas. We spend our last dab in next month rent and start off the new year. We got to end the cycle. Yeah. Then we begging for the tax refund. And we get the tax refund, we happy for 2 minutes, and then we broke again. You see, the Bible says, he who is faithful with little will be faithful with much. He who is unfaithful with little will be unfaithful with much. Who can be trusted with true riches? What's true riches? Peace, abundance, the ability to make jobs and opportunities for other people. Who can be trusted with true riches if you can't handle unrighteous money? It's not even righteous. So here's what I learned. Being smart wasn't it. Straight A student, all of that. Making more money, that wasn't it. I could go out and make more money. But here's the problem with making more money. Now, first of all, if we're talking about something illegal, that ain't even on my radar. Let's go to all the legal things. You can never work as hard for money as it can work for itself. Money works harder for itself than you can ever work for it. When you amass a certain amount of money, and then you put that money and get it to working for itself, over time, our wealth ambassadors, we had a great call last night on investing. Dollar cost averaging over time, staying with it and sticking with it. Money will work harder for you than you can ever work for it. So why work that hard? Now, be excellent. Do your part. It's not going to happen overnight. You have to put the time in. And then one of the other things people say, well, which business is the best business? That's like asking, which prescription do you need? For what? Like, what prescription do you need? Well, I'm coughing. Well, we don't know if you got the coronavirus. Maybe you just have a cold. Maybe you have bronchitis. Who knows? Maybe you have pneumonia. You have to be willing to sit still and find out what God has for you. Because in Jeremiah 29:11, he says, I have plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. But look at the key word, plans. It doesn't happen by happenstance. And we're thinking that we can find a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, get a sugar daddy or a sugar mama, or get a winning lottery ticket. Now, there are people out there who do that, and God bless them. But if you want to get in the game of controlling your own situation, I dare you to get a home-based business. Run your business like a business. Get a financial education. See, here's the thing about a financial education. I've seen people take how to start a home-based business or do the freedom package. They get the 21 days to financial freedom to clean up their financial issues. They get how to start a home-based business. I've seen people say, the very first time I heard the concept of how to start a home-based business, I saved $60,000, $60,000. You're looking for money. Let me tell you how you're going to get more money. You can physically go out there and get more money, but I can show you how to get your money back. Get your money back. That's the same thing because you spent it and now you want that same money to come back in. So you can basically be your own interest. How about that? Because interest is simply the process of making money multiply. So you mean to tell me money that I spent, I can actually get it back? That's why everybody needs a home-based business. The last thing that I'm going to say is this, as it relates to a home-based business, why everybody needs one. You can get your money back. Huge. One stream of income is hazardous to your wealth. That's obvious. Home-based businesses are winning right now. If you know how to take what it is that you do and do it from home or wherever you are. Home-based business means if I'm on the beach. Last summer, I told everybody, bye. I got on the plane, went to Hawaii for 5 days. On the 6th day, I didn't even come home. I called Dr. Trina and them. I said, I think I'm staying one more day. Everybody started getting nervous. I came home that next day. I took my work with me. I just took it with me. I took my computer and I relaxed a lot, but I also did some work. It was a business trip. So you can take this work. You can take your home-based business with you wherever you go. You can get your money back. And then the third thing is everybody wants to feel like they have a sense of control. See, here's the deal. Money wants to obey you. It does. Money is an exact science. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about if it's happy, if it's sad. You know, we say we have joy. How much joy do you have? Do you have more joy than me? Like, we can't even measure it. But money is an exact science. so you can tell it what to do. What else out here that we need as a resource? I can't control water. I can't control fire, but I can control money. And money is saying, if you follow the rules, I will let you control me. And then I will work for you. But if you don't follow the rules, if you don't respect $1, what you gonna do with 10,000 of them? You're never gonna get to 100,000. You're not gonna get to 1,000,000. And if you get it, it's gonna leave you faster than it came. And it's gonna feel worse than never having it all. Been there, done that. Had no money. When I was really broke, living check to Monday, making $90,000 a month, there were times when I had more money. I was like, I wish I was 7, because my grandmother gave me $2 every day. I had more money when I was 7 than when I was in my 20s and 30s, making $90,000 a month. So money says, if you treat me right, if you respect me, if you abide by the laws that 1 + 1 = 2, and not try to make my 2 a 10, if you live below your means, if you let me do what I was created to do, which is multiply for you, then you won't have to worry about me ever again. So what I say to people in the end is, money controls you. You worry about it. You can't think. You can't sleep. You're trying to figure out. You this, that, and the other. But that's because you're abusing it. Let me liken that to having children. I have 3 beautiful children. Been married for 25 years. I tell my children all the time, I want you to understand that it is a privilege and an honor that your father and I have decided to raise you. Because there's no law. You don't have to raise your kids. You can leave them with their grandma. You can leave them. I was with my grandmother. My mother was around, but my grandmother gave me my upbringing. My father wasn't around until later in life. You don't have to raise your kids. But let me tell you what you can't do. You cannot abuse them, and you cannot neglect them. So here's the deal. You don't even have to deal with money. Go lay on the beach. I have a friend who told me he was going to fly to Vegas. No, take a bus to Vegas and be homeless on the beach. I said, well, that's probably a good place to be homeless. It'll be nice and warm for you. You know, I don't know what to tell you. But if you're going to get in the game, you cannot abuse money and you cannot neglect it. If you abuse it or neglect it, it won't work out for you. If you abuse or neglect your children, the law is coming for you. So you have to take care of it. And I think we're in a time today where everybody's like, okay, I feel like Noah. I've been saying it's going to rain, it's going to rain, it's going to rain. Nobody believed Noah. Then all of a sudden the world was filled with water. I've been saying, get a home-based business, get a home-based business, get a home-based business. Learn how to get your money back. I said it so much, I started getting tired of myself. Literally about 2 months ago, I was like, Lynn, now you've been saying this, but I couldn't stop. Because I know what it's doing. I know how it's working. It's working. I know how it changes people's lives. And when you get a business and you empower others to make money, and that's how the cycle of life continues. So everybody needs a home-based business. And now is the time. Before you get up and you go outside and you start going everywhere that they say we couldn't go to, and now you're ready to go, let me tell you something. Money is attached to that. Mm-hmm. Every time you wake up, money is, if the lights are on, money is attached to it. You go get in your car, you need gas, money is attached to it. Come back in the other direction. Use this time wisely. Empower yourself. Get all of your strategies in place. Go through the 21 days to financial freedom. Hit the reset button on your finances. Change your mind. Talk to your family members. Talk to your friends. Tell people what you're doing. If that network doesn't work, get a new network. Go to the next level. It's possible. I'm living proof. I didn't have a silver spoon in my mouth. Nobody gave me anything. And guess what? Even with all that I had, until I did the right thing, it wasn't going to work for me. So that's why everybody needs a home-based business.
Man, you can't.
I felt like I was holding my breath. I wanted to scream, jump, shout, say amen.
All right. So you watched the video, guys. If you stuck around, that was an amazing video by Dr. Lynn Richardson. And I just want to recap some of the things. In my last video that we discussed in the depth of the pyramid scheme lies, my last video, we talked about how if we are living our life 1 or 2 incomes, we are doing ourselves an injustice for not having multiple incomes, right? And we also discussed how not having a home-based business, you're committing financial suicide, right? So I hope that Dr. Lynn Richardson was actually able to help you understand a little bit better why everyone needs a home-based business. Can you guys believe that there are over 475 tax deductions that you can claim as a business owner, as a home-based business owner? Well, you can. And if you want to find out for yourself, you can go get the book right now on Kindle, on Amazon Kindle for $10.99. Get the PDF, read it real quickly. But we're going to definitely be discussing more about tax deductions in the near future. I'm going to be bringing you more content about tax deductions and how you can benefit from the tax deductions by having a home-based business, right? So the one that I liked the most, the one tax deduction that she talked about that I liked the most was that you can hire your children, you guys. You can actually hire your children. I've been doing that for the past few years since I was in my econ, right? And you know, I've been paying my children every month from their accounts, and they love it. And my husband and I, we enjoy it when we enjoy the benefits of the saving and taxes, and you know, the extra money that it brings us to be able to do things with the family, right? So I know you guys probably like that one too, right? Having your children, having to be able to pay your children and hire them. Just by doing little chores or, you know, helping you out in business, whatever it is, you can actually pay your children, right? So, but I want to know in the comments below, you guys, let me know what other tax deductions that Dr. Lynn Richardson talked about. What other tax deductions that you pick up on that she talked about that you are excited about? List them for me in the comments, and we'll discuss those in the comments, and I'll make sure I reply back to you guys. Well, that's it for now, you guys. If you liked the information that I brought on this video to you, definitely give me a thumbs up. I definitely appreciate it. I love you guys. I hope you guys are appreciating the information that I'm bringing to you. I hope it is helpful to you and that you are kind of understanding why it is that I do what I do and why I've been so adamant about it for quite a long time. And so now I'm actually able to spend time talking to you guys and bringing this content to you on a consistent basis, and I just look forward to it. So definitely subscribe to my channel, you guys. Subscribe to my channel, and you'll be able to get notifications. So make sure you hit that bell next to the subscription bar. Make sure you hit the bell so that you can get subscribed, and you'll get notifications when I'm dropping these videos, dropping this content, because I'm bringing information like it's hot. I'm trying to tell you, I love you guys. I want to help you guys. I want to help you guys get free and live abundantly. We all can live abundant lives, you guys. We can live wealthy, abundant lives. We don't have to live in poverty anymore. Wealth and abundance is available to us, you guys. And I have so many opportunities that I can't wait to talk to you guys about in more depth and just show you like really what this thing is about. So I look forward to more great videos with you. I look forward to eventually going live with you guys and doing live streams and us chopping it up. If you have any questions for me, definitely ask the questions in the comments. Be sure to follow me on Facebook at Shaymarie Harris. On Facebook, add me as a friend. I'll be more than happy to accept you. And I'm a down-to-earth person, you guys. I just love people. I love helping people. And so this is why I'm taking the time to do this. So until next time, I'll see you guys on the next video. Get at your girl, Shaymarie.